feel well. Welcome to another episode of Disney for Quicktips. As I mentioned in my previous videos, this is a single take, 5 hints and tips on how to make your Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida or Disney holiday the best that you and your family can have. I've got a whole series of these lined up, and the point is I can do these quickly, I'm not spending ages faffing around with editing, and I get them out to you quick, and they're really simple and easy to watch.
Before I go any further, I'd love you to subscribe to the channel. Click on the subscribe button wherever it is down there. Don't forget to click on the bell. That way you'll get a ping as soon as I do a new video and upload it. Also, please share it with friends and family, and check out my Facebook page and also Instagram, where I post interesting pictures. The final bit to share with you before I get started is I love Disney so much and I want to help so many people. I've started my own travel business. D4B Travel, which is powered by IntelliTravel, is something I started a few months ago. I've got a whole load of people that I can work with. I can book rooms, I can book flights, and I can even book up to 2022. And this is all ABTA bonded and protected. The link for that's down below in the description. If you're interested in it, have a look and drop me a note. So let's talk about the first hints and tips. First one is when you get to the airport. Now, if you're hiring a car, and I always recommend people should have a hire car. A hire car will just give you flexibility and freedom and help you get away around a whole lot easier. You can do it without, so I'm not saying you have to. It's just my preferred way of working. When you get your hire car, or when you book your hire car, whether you book it direct or through your travel agent, make sure you've got one that has got a preferred service, something like Avis Preferred or Alamo or something like that. Remember from the previous video that I talked about, you've had your long flight, you've got kids a little bit grumpy, it's between 8 and 10 o'clock in the evening, you've just done an hour in security, you've got your bags, you've gone through the security, potentially you've got another hour to wait for a hire car, and nobody wants to do that. I did that a couple of times and said no more. So make sure that the travel agent that is booking your hire car for you actually arrange a collect the car service. And these are called various names, but effectively the way it works is you get to the airport, you walk past all the queues, you go through, and certainly Orlando, up the escalator, the hire car service place, hire car service centre, rental centre, and either your name's on a board telling you which bay to go to, or you spend 2 minutes with some little kiosk and they just say pick a car from that bay. You get the car, you get the keys, you load the family, you're gone. 5 minutes instead of an hour plus. Definitely worth doing. Ask your travel agents, or with the rental company, check out with them. This may cost you a little bit more. It may cost you an extra £30–40. But when you turn that into a day rate of £3 odd a day, it's definitely worth it, I think, to avoid that hassle and to avoid the long delays when you're already tired and grumpy, and that's without how the kids are feeling. Second one, also related to car hire, is tolls. Florida and America as a whole is different from us in the UK, and then they have toll roads everywhere. I think we've got a couple of bridges and a couple of tunnels, and that's about it. As soon as you come off the airport, you're going to hit a toll road, and that's going to ask you to pay your tolls. Some of them take change, or they did when I was there last year. None of them tend to take cards, so what you have to have is a toll pass. Now, there's a number of ways for paying for tolls. The car rental agencies will put a device in the window. Do not turn this on. They will generally charge you between $5 and $8 a day from the day that it's turned on for the duration of your rental. So you could be paying another $70 to $100 for your car rental and not gone any toll roads. So there's 3 options I like to recommend to people. Number one is you can pick up toll pass things to hang in your window. They're a reasonable cost. There is a daily charge, but they're not as expensive as the hire cars. And the second 2 options are a sun pass. As soon as you come out of the airport, find a drugstore. So go to a CVS or a Walmart or something like that and ask them for a sun pass voucher. 2 types. There's a disposable one and a reusable one. They're both about $20 each. When you've got them, you need to register and put in your credit card details. You stick it in the window and that's it, you're done. Your $20 or your $10 will tick down, and when it's got too low, you'll get a ping on your phone saying put some more money in. The difference between the two is the $20 one-use one is literally that. You stick it on the window, when you peel it off, it's done. There is a reusable one that you can buy, which is a top-up one, which I use because I tend to go 3 or 4 times a year. And as long as I remember to take it out of the car at the end of the rental, I can use that time and time again. Just register a different car with it and pay. It'll save you a lot of money. It'll save you worrying about toll fees. The other thing the car companies will do will email you with any toll fees afterwards, and they'll charge you a courtesy fee, which again could be $5 or $10. If you've got 10 unpaid tolls, that's really going to stack up. So have a look out for these. A sun pass, a toll pass that you can hang in the window, and do not switch on the car rental toll devices. Next hint and tip, also about saving money, is voucher books. If you go into anywhere like Golden Corral, Ponderosa, and sometimes even at the airports, and certainly in shopping malls, you'll find racks and racks of voucher books. These are definitely worth getting, and getting a few of them and keeping them in the car. Because not only will they have maps that will help you find your way around, they'll also have vouchers for various things, from entry into places to special offers on helicopter tours and things like that. But my favourite is the food offers. You can use these to get dollars off of meals. So mention Golden Corral, Ponderosa, other food restaurants are available, and they'll do you deals like instead of $15 for lunch, it'll be $11 or $2 off of a meal, which doesn't sound very much, but if you've got a party of 5, that's $10 you've saved that you can go and buy a couple of t-shirts in the gift store next door. One thing to think about when you're looking. One other thing to think about here is about tickets. Now, I'm going to talk about when to buy your tickets. Do not buy your tickets in any of the roadside booths. These are generally an opportunity for somebody to sign you up for a timeshare, and they say there's no sell, but you're going to lose half a day of your holiday, and there will be a hard sell for you to buy timeshare. Other thing they'll do is sell you used tickets, part used tickets, which may not get you into the theme park, and they'll offer you a refund, but you're now at the entrance to the Magic Kingdom and you can't get in and you've got to go all the way back. So don't do that. Either book them through your travel company, so if you're flying with Virgin or TUI, book them from them. Book them direct at places like Attraction Tickets, and again, other online people are available. The next question I get asked is when to buy them. And I would generally say if it's part of your package, that's included, they'll sort it. We're really lucky, we get a 7, 14, 21 day ticket. It's worth buying one of those if you can, because actually a single day entry to Walt Disney World is generally about $100, $110. If you buy a 14-day pass, it's about $400. So that brings it down to about $25 a day, £25 a day maybe. So it's worth doing. If you're buying your own ticket, you can leave it late and not buy it when you need to. If you're booking today for next year, you could buy it today. There's a chance you'll get it cheaper, but you might not. It won't expire because the 14 days, 7 days, 21 days starts when you use it the first time. The only other thing I would say about tickets is get actual tickets. Again, there's nothing worse than getting to the park and then having to queue at what they call the will call desk, waiting for your tickets, paper tickets, to be turned into genuine tickets. So always make sure that you get genuine tickets so you're not queuing there as well. The final bit of advice really is for those of you that are staying in Disney resorts, and it is around Disney Transport. Disney Transport is a dream for those people like me that spend their lives driving. You've got lots of options. You've got the buses, you've got the monorail, you've got boats that'll take you from resorts, and you've also now got the Skyliner, which you have to ride. On a previous hints and tips, I did say to go and visit the resorts. If you go to Art of Animation or Pop Century, pop on a ride on the Skyliner. It doesn't cost you anything. You can literally go to a destination and then come back. Go to Epcot and then come back. But it's a great way to see Walt Disney World and Florida from a different view. I mentioned that I'm always a fan of driving, but there's one park that I will not drive a car to, and that is the Magic Kingdom. And that's simply put because the Magic Kingdom is separated from the parking lot by a lake. So you've got up, you've driven to the Magic Kingdom, you've parked. You've got on a tram, you now go to the TTC, the Transportation and Ticket Centre. You've got two options now. You get the monorail or you can get the boat across. Both of those are going to cost you time in queuing and the actual transport itself. And at the other end, you've got another queue. If you take a bus to the Magic Kingdom, the buses stop right by the entrance. So it's definitely a good thing to do. I'm very happy to park in all the other resorts, and sometimes walking is quicker than a tram. Look and see where people are walking to. You may find that's quicker than a tram. The other thing about Disney transportation is when you're leaving the park. Now, I heard a stat today that generally the numbers in Walt Disney World is something like 57,000 people in the Magic Kingdom at any one time. Imagine those 57,000 people leaving as the last boom of wishes goes off, and you're going to be taking a while to get out. So two things to do here, actually three. Number one, watch the fireworks from the entrance, and as soon as that boom happens, go and get on a queue for the buses. Number two, which is what I like to do, and if you've got young children, this might not work for you, wait for the queues to subside. The parks and the shops stay open an hour later than advertised, so if the park closes at 10, the shops and the food places will stay open till 11. Wait for the queues to go down and take a stroll and get your bus. Third thing you can consider is actually getting an Uber. There's lots and lots of taxi firms there. Make sure you book it a couple of days in advance and be at the right place at the right time, and that's going to save you a whole load of transport. Don't forget, when all those people leave, they're all going to go on buses, and if you're at one of the large resorts like All Stars, which each have got 1,800 rooms, and there's 3 of them, 18, 3,600, 46, that's 5,500 times by 4. You know, that's going to be, it's a big number of people trying to get there, and there'll be a big queue for the bus. So think about how you want to do that. Don't spoil a magical day by having a horrible journey home. Plan for it and it'll be great. So that's it. The third of our Disney for Brits quick tips. Maybe not so quick this time, I still need to talk less, but hopefully that's been interesting. That's helped you understand about cars at the airports, tolls, voucher books, buying the tickets and Disney's transport, and all of that will save you time, hassle and money and make your holiday better. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I can actually personally help you with your holiday now through D4B Travel. ABTA bonded, I can book holidays for you up until 2022. I can book flights and I can book hotels. And then you get all of these hints and tips along with your booking, and I'll help you with your fast passes and your dinner reservations. Check me out at D4B Travel on Facebook. Don't forget to click and like on here and subscribe to the channel so you can be told when there's more videos coming. And I can't wait to share some new hints and tips with you on the next video. I'm David, you've been watching I said one take, let's try that again. I'm David, you've been watching Disney for Brits, and as our pal Mickey says, I'll see you real soon.